So in the last video, I showed you last year's garden and kind of what we were starting with for this year. And the last couple of weeks, I've spent a lot of time getting some dirt brought in, a lot of compost, some manure. I took the 6 new garden beds that I got. They were originally 8x3 beds. I kind of combined them and changed them up a little bit, and I made them into 4 12-foot beds instead. Here's my strawberry bed, and you can also see the irrigation system is strewn over it. These 2 side wings were not here last year. I took a raised bed from here, pulled it off, and put this new 12-foot one on. And I can see a lot of my strawberry plants from last year are coming in solid. These are proven winners, buried treasure. They're really pretty. They have these red, pink, and white blooms on them. They almost look like flowers and not just strawberries, so I highly recommend this variety. They also produced quite a bit of strawberries last year, especially for it being their first year in. So there should be a lot more of those coming in here, and I'm going to pick up more to put on either side as well. But I wasn't able to build this dirt up very much more here because I want to put some sort of screen on it. So hopefully I didn't get too much on those sides that'll get in the way of the screen. But I think the rain should wash it down a little bit more. I also spent a lot of time getting the other 3 new beds filled up with dirt, compost, and manure. A farmer who owns these fields behind me brought his skid loader over, and he was able to dump a bunch of dirt right by the beds for me, which was super nice because that saved me a ton of work. So I spent a lot of time, my father-in-law helped me out, and we got the beds filled with compost from the city. It's really cool. They take yard waste and they turn it into compost for you. So you can just go take your truck, fill it up. It's super lightweight. It's a great way to add organic matter to raised beds. I also bought some aged composted manure from the farm store, and I made sure to mix some of that in real good with it too. Unfortunately, the dirt that I got was a little bit of the clay type, so I'm trying to throw the clumps out. And I heard that you can put gypsum and lime on the clay dirt. That's supposed to help it have better drainage. I think I should be okay though, because it's got all that compost and everything under it too. So the drainage should be good, and my irrigation should hopefully help all those plants to grow well. So we went ahead and we set up 2 beds to have trellises. These are just made with cattle panels. I had to buy the 16-foot, and we just cut off the excess with bolt cutters. So I've got these cattle panel here, and I just zip tied them to the corner of the T-post. So this is a super easy way to make a trellis, and when the season's done, you can easily just cut the zip ties and take the cattle panel down and store it somewhere, or you can leave it up if you want. Either way is fine. So I would definitely recommend this as a way to build an easy trellis. I probably could have raised it up a little bit higher, 1 or 2 more rungs higher, but we'll see how tall the cucumbers and green beans and peas get this year. Next year I can always go 1 notch higher. So now we've got the trellises ready. We've got dirt in all the beds. Unfortunately, I have a lot of extra dirt, so I'm gonna need my farmer friend to bring his skid loader back, or I'm just gonna fill some low spots in my yard with all the extra dirt. I'm hoping to get some free mulch from the city and put it around all the beds as well. I've got some weed barrier to put down, so that should make a really nice work area around the garden and just make it look nice. I'm also looking into some other ways to dress the garden up a little bit to make it stand out from the rest of the yard. So if you have any great ideas on what I can do to dress my garden up a little bit, I'd appreciate that in the comments below. So next on the agenda, it is time to get to planting. I need to plant some peas and some green beans. I think I'm gonna go ahead and plant some cucumbers as well. But we've got our whole other garden layout planned out, so I've got that all in my head, and we just need to wait for the right time to buy all the other plants that we're gonna use and to get those all planted, and then I'll have to get my irrigation set up. So I'm really excited for gardening season. Hope you'll stick around for the journey. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.